We were talking about the dumb shit that Donald Trump has done. Here he is signing a bill that is, I guess, I don't know, getting rid of boys playing girl sports. And he had a bunch of young girls surrounding him as he was signing this bill. It was creepy and weird. And it was Donald Trump trying to be the grandpa Donald Trump. See, I'm a likable guy. Everybody look at me. Look how good I am with kids. But he was as comfortable as ever. And this is just a weird scene, man.
Secret Service is worried about them.
By the way, these poor girls have no fucking idea why they're there.
They're just gonna go and stand with the president while he signs something.
These were a bunch of white Karen mothers who said, "You're going to stand behind the president today," and they're like, "Fuck, okay, I guess. I don't care. You know, when can I go home and watch TikTok?"
If we have to worry about them, we have big problems. Okay, do you want to do this?
Notice anything in that picture, Alana?
His Sharpie? I don't know what.
Just look at the background. Kind of looks like his rallies, right? Now?
Yeah, I see a couple, colored faces for good measure.
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah, okay. Because I thought I saw somebody on Twitter saying there is no black mom. There's
no, I mean, there's no black
anywhere near this guy.
No, definitely no black moms, but I do see. It looks like it could be a cheerleading team. You know what I mean? Like it's a couple colored kids. I don't know, man. This is it's just all of it is just weird. It's just
charming Donald. First of all, he wants nothing to do with those kids.
What a nice picture this is, huh, Governor? You ready? We'll do a good job. Wait, let me press that.
These kids don't know anything that's happening right now.
I want to make this a really good.
Okay, I'm done watching that because it's weird and it's creepy, and I wonder which one of them, Lana, did you say to? Do you think he said to them, "I'll be dating you in 10 years"?
Seriously, it's just gross. It's just gross. Think about it. These mothers brought their kids next to a rapist.
Yep. Yeah. Correct.
That we're supposed to not say or something like sexual assault or was convicted. Not convicted, but whatever, found liable sexually.
He was found liable. Yep. And the judge in the case called him a rapist, and he basically and he's a convicted felon. I mean, like I said, we're living in a world that is so weird, and I guarantee you all those mommies go to they force those little girls to church every Sunday to listen to the word of Jesus. I guarantee you, I don't know shit about Jesus other than, I know about Jesus, and from what I understand of Jesus, and if anybody out there is religious and they're watching this and I get this wrong, correct me, but I'm assuming he was a pretty decent dude. He wasn't somebody that was hateful. He wasn't angry. And I'm not sure Jesus would approve of being in that room with somebody who is a convicted felon. And I know Jesus probably has seen a lot more of what Donald Trump has done than any of you people who have put the blinders on, because whether you saw it or not, you're just going to say, I didn't see it, and just agree with what he has to say. But you want to see something really gross here, Lon, and this is how awful these people are. This Sarah McBride is the first transgender person that won her district in her House race, and what's her name? Mary Miller. She was the person announcing her. She's a Republican, and this is how she decided she had to announce this transgender woman.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from Delaware, Mr. McBride, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. When I was elected,
and of course, to Sarah McBride's credit, she just goes on and she ignores it. And she's like, I'm not even giving into this fucking nonsense. So,
why? It's like, you know what? I cannot. Christians.
Right.
I keep going back, and I know, forgive me, I'm the black part of the Black and White show.
Absolutely no need to apologize.
Back when they were lynching black people, it was the Christians that was doing it.
Yeah.
Back when they enslaved, black people, it was under the guise of Christianity. Like
Mhm.
God wants this for you. So it's just like Christians have been this, not all now, not
Right,
all,
right, right,
not what
right.
I'm saying, but historically, they've been fucking barbaric. Like they would go to church, leave church, and go to a lynching picnic where they would take souvenirs. So this right here is par for the course because they are just so awful and brutal and barbaric. And then just to be under like we're good Christians is it's why, like, why can't you call this person what they want you to call them? What is so hard about that?
It's very frustrating, and it is juvenile. And you're right, it's just flat
Thank
mean.
you,
It's
sir.
like the Mean Girls in high school. Is that we're?
Exactly.
I mean, are we not past this at this point? This woman won her race, and enough people said she deserves to be in Congress, and we want her to represent my district. And everybody that voted for her into that, call her she or her. And you're right, to wake up and just to spend your day being that awful and that
And she thought
terrible.
about that. She thought about that.
Yeah,
That
no,
was
no, no.
like,
There is no question about it. This was they couldn't wait to do
Yep.
this. This is something that they had been planning for
oh, yeah,
ever.
we're gonna stick it to a
Yep.
lib. And it's
Yep.
just like, okay, now what? Like you did it and you didn't even get a response.
Now what?
Yeah, right. Like, where do we go now? Okay. And then she gave her respect. She should have called her sir. Like, fucking.
Yeah. But you know what? Again, she doesn't need to stoop down to this idiot's level, you know, and that's what it is. There are some fights that I think you and I have talked about that the Democrats absolutely should take on. This one's worthless because this is an immature, very sad, pathetic human being. And to stoop down to the level, now you're giving it credibility in a way. Just by ignoring it and rolling right over it, now you're giving it no credibility. Sometimes one of the best things in the world, the loudest person who's trying to make noise and is trying to get attention, you know what the best thing you can do is just completely ignore them. Because then they're like, well, fuck, I'm doing all this for nothing. Instead of if you start giving them the attention.
Yeah, it's true. But I just, I just putting myself in McBride's shoes.
Yeah.
After that, or going home or being in alone time and you decompress, that hurts because that's something that she's dealt with for like, as long as she knew, like, right? As long as
You know what I also think, Lana, she probably got a lot of support after that. Now, the difference thing, like me and you, I have no problem. I almost feel like calling this Mary Miller's office and letting her fucking have it.
Oh, good question. Or a bunch of emails.
Yep. Bunch of emails and phone calls to her office.
Yeah. Good
Now
idea.
that to me is the army that needs to be formulated because she could be the cool one and she could go, look, I'm just going to go ahead and do my job. But I got some motherfuckers behind me that aren't putting up with that shit. And we're going to let you know about it.
Hate is just, these people are just wild right now. It's just bad. It's just awful.
It really is. And that's why I always say, I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. I told you I do these TikTok live now and somebody asked me how, like they kept asking the question in the comments over and over and over again. How many genders are there? And I'm like, dude, I'm going to answer your dumb question. First of all, if somebody tells me there's 100 genders, I'm like, sure, there's 100. If they go, no, science says they're down to 80. I'm like, okay, fine, there's 80. And if somebody says, I am a guy now and I want to call myself Jennifer the next day, I said, you got it, Jennifer. I mean, what the fuck do I care?
Right.
It means nothing to me.
Right. But these are the same people that argue that a fucking embryo is a baby. Like, so they're just dumb. Right. As that embryo has human rights and because it's a human life and just all of the things.
Just amazing.